Okay, now we're recording. Our learning goal today is that we're going to describe parts in groups of 6. So the number that we're making today is the number 6. So put 6 as the whole number there. In your number bond, go ahead and put 6 as your whole number. Now Talon already came up and he split our apples that we have on the board into 2 groups. What was one of the parts that he did?
3.
3. So put 3 here. And what's the other part that he did? 3.
6.
So together, do I still have 6?
Yes.
So what would my addition?
I could find a good idea.
It's not an equation because it doesn't have an equal sign. No, go sit down. It doesn't have an equal sign, so it's not an equation. We call this an expression. My addition expression right here would be what? What's my parts? So he has blank plus blank, Titus? 3 plus.
3.
Oh, do you agree with Kimmy?
Yes.
All right, let's write it. 3 plus 3. Make sure that you're going across this way, because do you see where our plus sign is? See where our plus sign is going from the left to the right, not up and down. So we're not going to write it up and down. Okay. Now, I forgot to record when we were talking about the commutative property. The commutative property means what? Switching the parts, yeah. If I take my 2 parts and part switch, do I still have 6?
Two numbers that are the same. It's a double.
You're right. But, yeah, I still have 6 even if I switch them around. So let's take this 3 and this 3, and we're going to switcheroo. Sometimes we call it the old switcheroo. Okay? And now I have what?
6.
3 plus 3. Does that still equal 6? Yes. Would you turn around and get with me, please? All right. Now I'm going to choose someone else to come move our apples for us. And do a different way. You got to pick a different way. Adriel. I've got 6 apples in total because we're making the number 6 today. Adriel's going to split them into 2 groups for me. Some on the left and some on the right. You got to pick a different way than Talon did. There you go. All right, thank you. You can sit down. Okay, Adriel split our apples into 2 groups, didn't he?
I know what it is.
Hang on. What number are we making today?
6.
6. Would you put 6 in your whole number in your number bond here? 6. Okay, Cameron. What's one of the parts that Adriel made?
4.
4. And Ellie, what's the other part that he made? 2.
I made it easy.
So one of my parts is 4, and one of my parts is 2. How would I write those parts in an expression right here? I would write what? Emiliano, 4 plus, what are my parts?
2.
Okay, let's write it over here. 4 plus 2. Make sure you're going left to right this way because my plus sign's in the middle of those 2 numbers. 4 plus 2. Oh, wait a minute. Everybody show me with your hands. Part, switch. So I have a 4 over here and a 2 over here, and I switch them. Now what do I have? 2 plus 4. Does that still equal 6?
Yeah.
And that is called the what property? Commutative property. Good. The commutative property. Okay. Everybody with me? All right. So I'm going to put my 6 apples together again in the middle. And I'm going to call somebody to come break those apart into 2 groups. You got to do it different than Talon did it. And you have to do it differently than Adriel did it. Emiliano. You can't put them in 3 and 3. And you can't put them in 4 and 2. We got to find a different way to put those apples. Let's think of a different way to put them. There you go. Perfect. All right. Good. Okay. So he put them into 2 groups, didn't he? And he did it differently than the other 2. What number are we making today? What's my learning goal?
6.
Titus, please turn around. We are making the number 6. All right. How many is in this group that Emiliano made? 5. One of my parts is going to be 5. And how many is in this group?
1.
1. So how would I write that addition expression right there? I would write Good, Hadley. 5 plus 1. Yeah, get your hands ready. Show me the part, switch. Okay? So what's the part, switch that can... Okay, I think if we switch those two parts, we have 1 plus 5. Does it still make 6? Yeah, it doesn't matter if we do the old switcheroo on those parts. It still makes 6. Okay, turn your thinkers on. We've made the two groups 3 and 3. We've made the two groups 4 and 2. And we've made 5 and 1. Turn your thinker on. We've got to think of another way to make 6. Turn your thinker on. I'm going to call somebody from the sticks. Hyro. Come over here. I'm going to put my apples together on the board. And you show us a way to split those apples up. What's another way we could do it?
You didn't move anything.
Okay, well, I moved them to the right side. They were in the middle.
Exactly.
Oh, what number are we making? 6. So how many did Hyro and I move over here?
6.
So one of my parts is 6. And how many did we move over here? 5. How many do I move over here? How many apples do you see over here? 0. Okay.
6 plus 0.
Okay, so my addition expression right here is my two parts. We're adding them together. 6 plus 0.
Switch a wheel.
Let's do the old switcheroo. Ready? Part, switch. So what's the commutative property of 6 plus 0? 0 plus 6. Today when you go home and your mom says, what did you learn at school today? You can tell her, I learned the commutative property. And she'll be super impressed.
I didn't get it.
I know, honey. It's, I just pick the sticks and whoever gets a turn gets a turn. Yeah.
My mom's going so far away from 7 hours.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Tell me later. All right. Flip it over like a pancake.
What?
Okay. So we're going to make, we can keep using our apples. I'll pick some more people to come make the apples. What number are we making today? 6. You're right. We are. Hey. So let's see. I'm going to pick somebody. Ray, come on down. Split those apples however you want.
That scared me when she said, how many you want.
All right. Make up your mind. Split them into two groups. I don't care how you do it. Put some over here and some over here. Okay, and then put those other ones over there. All right, thank you, ma'am. All right. So Ray split up our apples for us, didn't she? How many do I have over here? 4. And how many do I have over here? 2. So they want us to shade in some circles and leave the other ones blank. So let's color in 4 circles on the top here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just with your pencil. And we're going to do the same thing underneath. We're going to color in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to show our 2 different groups. We had 4 over here and 2 over here. Now, what number are we making? What's my whole number? Oh, 6. So in the number bond, would you write the number 6? And look what you colored. How many circles did you color? What's one of my parts?
4.
4. And the other part is?
2.
2. Excellent.
Wait, I'm trying to catch up.
Okay.
I said 6.
All right, I'm putting these apples back together. And I'm calling on someone else. Toby, come on down. Split those apples up for us in a different way than 4 and 2, please. Split them up into 2 groups, a different way than 4 and 2. That's fine, perfect. That's perfect. Leave it like that. Okay. All right. So how many apples are on this side?
5.
5. And how many apples are on this side?
1.
So we're going to color in 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to leave that 1 empty so that we can see, Eric, that one of my parts is 5 and one of my parts is 1. Did you color in your apples? Okay. And we're going to do the same thing down right here. We're going to color in 5. And leave 1 blank so that I can see my numbers are 5, my parts are 5 and 1. Now we're not making a number bond. They want us to just go ahead and write the equation. Write the addition equation. Raise your hand if you know what that addition equation is going to look like. Yadira, you know what that addition equation is?
5 plus 1.
Equals.
6.
Very good. Kiss your brain. Now, raise your hand if you can tell me what the commutative property of 5 plus 1 is. Ray, do you know what the commutative property of 5 plus 1 is? Just show me. Just tell me. Oh, can you tell me? Okay.
Like that one right there, and that one right there, and that one right there.
Well, what are we going to do with our 2 parts when we do the commutative property? We're going to go part, part,
Switch.
switch. Good. So, Titus, can you tell me what the commutative property of 5 plus 1 is?
1 plus 5.
Would you write it underneath, please? Let's write our own equation. 1 plus 5. But my equation's not finished. What do I need to say? Equals 6.
I'm a donut.
So what's that big word you learned today? Commutative property. It means part, part, switch.